Hey, folks, it is Dre from the Tattoo Squid podcast, which you are watching now or listening to now. But it is New Year's Eve. It is 8:18, so you got a couple hours until the ball drops. I am gonna start off with my New Year's resolution, which is I am going to uh, do more podcast. Um, I know I haven't been doing it for the past couple of months. I mean, I have been doing it, but every once in a while, you hit a flaw. So I trying to do more. So at the beginning of the year, which is tomorrow, um, I am going to try to do it every week, like I've been doing from the get-go in the beginning. Um, I'm not going to do it like every day, every day. I mean, I probably could, do it on my phone and do it like a vlog of everyday things and whatnot, instead of doing video. But, see what happens. But, um, Happy New Year to everybody out there. Um, New Year's resolutions. What are New Year's resolutions? Uh, I tried looking this up, and basically, it is what it is. From what we all do every year, we try to do the stuff that at the start of the year we're gonna like promise ourselves, oh, I want to do this. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna excel in more sports. I'm gonna be kind to everybody. I'm gonna do this. Or the other side, I'm not gonna drink. I am not gonna smoke. I'm not going to be mean to people. I'm going to try to turn a different leaf. Um, like I said, mine is being uh, more a podcaster like I was before. Um, Also, I want to, ironically, I want to get married again. Um, but money wise. But see what happens. Go down the line. Um, there's my dog up on the screen. Well, anyway, uh, I guess sidetracked a lot. Sorry about that, folks. So I got in touch with, and that's another New Year's resolution. Keep in touch with friends. Like all the friends I've had, all the friends that I've met, all the people I have met, including podcasters, of people that is from the horror community and even outside uh, podcasting and the Twitter family or X or whatever. Um, Try to reconnect with all the friends that I've made and that I haven't really talked to as much. Um, because when I do my deliveries and I do deliveries, uh, delivering stuff to people, and I come across like, just think about like friends I haven't seen in years and stuff that we've done and played darts, played pool, uh, and whatnot. Now and then we have like the after, not after hours, but I mean, we go to people's houses and have parties or, that's back in my younger days, but also thinking about back in the younger days. Now, it kind of segue, and I love segues. People, you've seen different things. I love doing segues, but segueing to where connecting with friends, I have connected back with two of my friends. Actually, one of my friends. that I talked to, and he within actually that day he connected me on a group chat with a friend that we had that we still have, and I want to tell a story on like actually it's two stories on that one, and they all involve drinking, but it's a really fun story. Funny stories on those. So the first time, uh, this is way, you know, way in the beginning of even cell phones being a thing. Yeah. Um, I think cell phones where it was more like flip top phones. Um, and we had the Nextel phones. It was around, I think, that time. But it wasn't like, texting and looking up on the big web. Um, so anyway, we had the regular phones and the phones that you have at the house that's attached to the wall or it's on, you have it like this, like right there, you pick it up and you're like, hey, how you doing? Oh, okay, no problem. I'll be right there in a minute, like you click, and that's it. And then you put, don't you wish the phone would look like this? I'll be happy about that. Yes. Hi. I'm just using you as a motif. But so we had a phone that's like this. You go in and you either go like this or you rotate dial, rotary dial. So, what am I getting back to it? I'm sidetracking, and I got hair all over me because I trimmed my beard. Um, so I get a call from my friend Jesse, and yeah, he calls me up. He goes, "Hey, our other friend Tom, it's his birthday." He's like, "I'm going to take him out for drinking and all that, so that we can go and for his birthday." And that's what we usually do. Like when we go and have birthdays, we always go out and we get drinking and we get drunk, and then we get to the point where we're having so much fun, and it's you know, and if you want to see, do you want to see the definition of drinking wise? I recommend go to YouTube and look up Larry Miller and the 5 stages of drinking. Believe me, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna be like, "Wow, this is what these fucking guys have done." I'm like, but now I'm gonna explain my side. And yes, I remember this. For some reason, I remember the drunken war stories. So we go to, I don't remember the name of the bars. I know certain ones. But so I get the call and I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll meet you at this other bar, which is probably not there, but there was a bar that was near our school at the time. Now, given Jesse, I known Jesse in high school. I didn't know of him. I never hung out with him. I know that he was on the bowling league. I know he was on, I think, the chess league. I'm not sure. But and then Tom was in the school as well. He I think was in the bowling league as well. So given, you know, after I graduated and then he graduated, I got, you know, a job somewhere and he got a job at the same place. So from there, we hung out. We became friends. We hung out. We worked together. We go and hang out, do bow hunting. We were hanging out with this guy named Craig. But I'm working the build up. So we go and, you go home, you hang out with your parents, or you go home, you hang out in your room, you play on the computer like this, or at that time it was AOL chats. This is pre MySpace, the start of the era of internet chatting. So Now I go and visit, and I go down to this bar. Now we're having a couple of drinks. Already Tom, our friend Tom, has his birthday, and he's in mid calf deep in the drinking process. I haven't really got to that part yet. I'm like, I didn't even get to the ankle or even half the foot. The Foot Clan, no less. So then we go to this one bar, and then we had a couple of drinks, and he has a couple of shots, and then we had shots that looked like the shots he had, but it was not. It was water. Yes, we are evil people, but I digress. Um, so we go to Main Street. Now we're from Long Island, New York, in a town called Bayshore. Uh, in Bayshore, there's Main Street. It's like a drag, not a drag, but it's a where the line of bars was. There was like cornucopia of fucking bars. Wherever you start on one end and you go to bars and you go down the other end. We or I also would start at one end of the bar of the bar scene and make my way down with some friends, and then we go down to a certain bar that is like home. Anyway, so I'm gonna get to that. So we go to this one bar. It was called it's called the Atrium. It was called many other things. Actually, it was the Atrium, and then it was a double cork inn. So we go and do drinks over there. I have a friend named Kevin, with a bartender there, fellow dart player as well. And we go and we're drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. Now, this is where Tom is up to the waist of drinking. Yeah. To the point where he goes to the bathroom and he's swinging back and forth, back and forth. And yeah, so he, swaying back and forth to the point where one of the customers or the patrons, as they call, it comes out. He goes, "Was there an earthquake out here?" And they're like, "No, well, why?" It's like, "Well, that guy just all over the place, peeing on the fucking wall. I thought it was an earthquake." And we're like, guess not. And we're just me and my friend Jessica just looking at each other like, "Holy shit, he's really fucking hammered." But do we stop? No, of course not. You don't stop. You just go and drink more. You know, we made shots. We went behind the bar, made shots. I can say this now because the bar is probably that's even like in uh it's not, how should I say, um probably in business anymore. Most of the places on Main Street are probably not in business anymore unless they're changed hands or they're different places now. Some of them are probably boutiques. Some of them are probably business ventures, whatnot. Some of them could be bars, and they just renamed it. So we go to one place, and we're going there, and we're making drinks, we're naming our own drinks, and there was like one called the earthquake, one called the hurricane, and the other one called this. There's one I cannot even mention. I could mention it, but then I want to have a lot of you people, backlashing. Oh, why are you going to call it that for? It, it is bad. But this is what happens when you drink. You go in the bar, you get, your mind does not comprehend when you have drinking. When you go and drink, it clouds your judgment. Or with our women, just makes them all crazy. Well, not crazy, but just makes them all like, hey, how you do? But anyway, um, so we go to another bar called Doubling Up. Uh, they have another one called Doubling Down, which is in another town. That one's more your dance kind of. They have two floors, one for the pool, playing pool, meet and greeting other girls and, just hanging out. That would be a problem for Tom because Tom had problems trying to go up the stairs. And a lot of people do have, because the stairs are very fucking narrow like that. So you have to like kind of like a human car wash, But then the same thing is downstairs for the dancing, you walk through, it's like a human car wash. You're like, oh, hey, hey, how you doing? Hey, hey, oh, oh. And I'm not a dancer, folks. I'm not, especially that salsa Roomba thing. I don't know if you heard that story, but I might put that story into this. Um, so we go to other places. We go down the hall. There's one called a Salty Dog. That one has 3 levels, and you can walk from the back in there, and it's you got Goldschlager that has like gold flakes in it. A lot of these drinks no one knows about. And a lot of these drinks that some people don't even know they exist. And then we just make our way down, and we go to my bar. Well, not my bar. I still to this day wish I had my own bar. Um, so we go to the bar that I love to go to, which I call my second home. Um, everybody has their regular home they go to. This is like my second home. I have friends in there that are like family. The bartender is like an uncle. Um, give you a for instance, when I first met this guy, I was like, I love this bar so much. I want to be buried right there behind the bar, right there. And I'm like, ah. And he goes, well, that's great. So if you get buried behind the bar, I can piss right on your face. So, and, knowing that guy for, I don't know, 30 someone years, 40 years now. He's been to my wedding and I've gone to every venture he has done. Um, well, anyway, so we go there, hanging out. They have a DJ. His name is Drew. Awesome fucking DJ. I don't know if he does this anymore, but we always had a thing where if we go drink for drink and whoever loses have to give the money, whatever's in their wallet. Now, at that point, I was dead broke, you know. And I mean broke, like if I would bring $20, that's all I had. I did my bills, I did this, all I had was $20 my name. I stayed in my mom and dad's house. I had $20 to my name. I would go to the bar and instinctively we could get 2 pitchers of beer, which at that time it was like $8.50 for a pitcher of beer. $8.50 for a pitcher of beer. So I get 2 of them, and then whatever is left over was like $1.50 or something. I would give to the bartender, but then I would go and be doing shots with friends and hanging out, and and just having a grand old time. Now, Tom, on the other hand, he's still walking around. Now, our mission is to get him so drunk that he cannot move. So he's moving around. And I'm like, Pat, which is the bartender. I'm like, Pat. He goes, what up? I'm like, he's still going. He's like, well, what are we going to do? I'm like, can we give him the not Black House. What was the one? Oh my God, Stroh's. Can we give him the Stroh's shots? He goes, oh my God, you want to kill him? No, but he'll be passed out. It'll be a great thing, Now at this time it's probably 12:30 at night, or 1 o'clock. Um, we gave him the strobe shots. Our friend Darren I think he partaked in the whole thing. I know I had one. And he was done, folks. He was done. See, now there's a DJ. He plays DJ booth, right? There's a pool table next to it. They got a glass mirror. The electric slide is playing in the background, and you got booths, like a booth area where you can have like 5 to like 6 or 7 people like in the booth, drinking, having tombstone pizzas, uh, whatnot. In between these booths, there's a booth, and then there's a section, and then there's a jukebox. So the DJ's done playing, you play the jukebox. Folks are like, what the fuck's a jukebox? I'm like, well, the jukebox is where they had music and they had CDs or little records kind of thing in this, and they'll play whatever, you put your money in there. It's like, C5, and then they have other booths. Well, this is where you'll find Tom. Tom would be on a bench, asleep, laying across the jukebox. And the DJ at that time walking back and forth, doing shots, doing drinks, doing guzzlers and all that. And he's walking this way, he stops. And then he looks and sees the guy sitting right there. He goes, Pat, they fucking killed him. He's dead. Which he wasn't dead, folks. He wasn't dead. He was just, alcohol, passed out. So that was my story of that, which is a continuation of the same story of, no, it's a continuation of me and my 2 friends, Jesse and Tom. Here's another one. Our friend Tom goes to college in Binghamton, upstate New York. Binghamton, New York. So we go. I'm trying to remember. Does he remember? Does he know that we're coming over to visit, or we just went up there just to fucking surprise him? No, I don't think he knew. So me and Jesse get into my friend Jesse's Trans Am. Oh, and the Trans Am Firebird actually he used on that night where we had to take Tom home. I forgot to mention that. I forgot to bring that up. So we took Tom, put him in the car, drove. Now my car is over, at the other place. So I'm like, all right, I'm going them. We had to bring Tom home to his parents' house. We get in there. We had the key. Open up the door, drag him in there, put him on the bed. His dad, which is the nicest guy in the world, did not get mad at us. Did not get, nothing. Sees this, goes, as long as you guys didn't make a noise, I don't give a shit. It's like, okay, cool. It's like, see you, Tom. And pretty much the next morning, we went to go see a movie, and he was like wide-eyed and bushy-tailed for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I wouldn't. I'll be like sitting. I'll be sitting in the living room, we call in a recliner, watching cartoons at 8 o'clock in the morning with ramen noodles, which is also a good fucking source of protein, even though there's a lot of sodium. But I don't care. I like ramen. Anyway, so now we're going to the next story. So, like I said, Tom's going to school in Binghamton, upstate New York. Me and, oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Did I mention that Tom threw up um, on the side as soon as he leaned his head of the Trans Am while it's in motion? Threw up over the one side of the Trans Am. So I did not know that because I was drinking too, but apparently, it took him like 2 hours to clean off at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how Jesse did it, but oh well. No. Again, back to the story. Back to story number 2. So we go and get into the Trans Am that had that pew go over it. He washed it down. Everything was good. Get in there, driving tremendously on the highway to Binghamton, which he knew where he was going. I have no sense of fucking direction. There was no GPS whatsoever. I know I can't even read the fucking map, folks. I'll tell you right now. So if there was a GPS back then, no problems. I would have drove, no problem. But there wasn't. So my friend Jesse was like, listen, we'll go there, drive, downpouring fucking rain. Oh my god, I don't know how we got up there, but we got up there. So we looked around and we're like, um, excuse us, uh, we're friends with this guy named Tom. I'm not gonna tell you the last name. This guy named Tom. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. It's like the Dracula movie, like blah 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 blah. Blah. Um, so we go and try to look for Tom, and they're like, "Oh, the Big Kahuna, Big Tom, you know him?" It's like, "Oh, he's the man of drink." I'm like, "He's the man of drink." It wasn't like a couple of months ago. We had to drag him around. Oh, well. It's like, do you know where he is? Like, oh, he could be anywhere. He could be in a girl's dorm. He could be in there. Like, okay. So we went, and they were luckily there was these nice girls that were gonna help us out, or they did. They actually did. They helped us out trying to find Tom, and we found him. Boy, did we find him! Now this part was kind of a little weary on my brain because uh, I was drinking very fucking heavily over that one too. Um, have you ever woken up in the morning just having a beer? And I remember the beer. Mine was red. It was called Red Wolf. Red Wolf beer or Killian Red. I don't know which one it was. I think it was Red Wolf or Red Dog. It was a canine of some sort. Uh, hmm. Well, anyway, uh, hold on here. Hold on. Let me use some of the white word. No. Um, well, anyway, uh, sorry. Tried this one thing here and it did not do what I wanted to do. Um, there we go. Okay, so um, want to write everything down like I used to do, but now I want to try to do this more discreetly. Uh, Notes. Here we go. So, um, what was that? Binghamton. Yeah. So, Red Dog or Red Wolf. So that way I can make the episode art. Now, folks, if you don't know who I am, and you just came aboard onto this whole thing, you're like, what the fuck did I just stumble into? Well, I'm going to tell you. So, my name is Trey. I do a podcast, and we do well, you know that already. Uh, I usually write down all this shit, and then whether I'm interviewing somebody or I'm doing the shit by myself, I make the episode art of the episode, and then I post or whatever. But which I want to do. Excuse me. I want to do like an OnlyFans. Nobody wants to see this body naked. No, no. Uh, I know OnlyFans does like different kinds of shit. Whether they're doing baking, cooking, farting in a jar, or whatever. Um, Mine would be more episode art wise. Whatever episode art. See if they like it. Great. You know, hang in there for like $4 or $5, whatever. Oh, you with me? Hold on. Cleanse the palate. Okay. So where we're at. Red Dog, Red Wolf. That's right. So you wake up in the morning and I was craving beer. So I have the beer, and everybody's like, "Well, why don't you have like breakfast?" So now they want to go McDonald's, which is right next door. This is the weekend, folks. Now we were up there Friday. We had a couple of drinks and da da da. We're hanging out. We found Tom. Actually, we found Tom sleeping in a woman's tub somewhere. But the next day they want to go hiking. Okay, fine. So I had a couple of beers in the morning. Who's going to stop me? Yeah, we're in college. Which I've never really done. I did in high school, and I said, I'm not going to do school again. Besides, if I did college, I flunk. Too much drinking probably. Anyway, um, so we do hiking. We're going up these hills, and I'm running out of breath. Maybe because of beer I drank. I don't know. Um, yeah. So we did the hiking, went around, and we went, and it was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. Here we are again. Now we're going to these different sections of where the college dorms like to go to a party in Rage or wherever you fucking young people call it. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. So we got to see Tom, Big Tom. Um, Now he has a uh, YouTube thing with his Saint Bernard. I forgot the name of the Saint Bernard, but cool looking videos on how to make dog chew toys, or not chew toys, dog uh, treats, and stuff them into like a chew thing, which is awesome. I would do that with my dog. No problem. Because she likes chewing on shit. She has all these toys. Um, but yeah, go check it out. I would try to find the link, and if you want, just click on the link and go check his thing out, his YouTube. Um, Also with mine, everybody knows, you go to Linktree, linktr.ee/tattoo squid. Now, to spell that, it is, well, you got to do the Linktree slash capital T A 2 SQUID PODCAST, all one word. You type that in there, or you click on the link. If you can't click on the link, just type it in there the way it is. It'll take you right there. And you click on whatever you want to listen, whatever you listen to the podcast, or if you want to go to YouTube and you can see this face on YouTube, I've got a bunch of different videos you can check out, where I have guests, or I have talking to myself, which I've been known to do. And then that's pretty much in the nutshell as it is. Again, I don't drink anymore, so I would have been like wasted right now, before the ball drop. And sometimes even I don't even see the ball drop. Yeah. I mean, do we really? And let me get into something, because all right, I'm not gonna say this as mean thing, but the shows they do for the New Year's Eve special before the ball drops, it's not what it used to be. It hasn't been what it used to be. It's not like the back in the day where you had the Dick Clark rocking New Year's Eve. That was the shit. That was the shit to watch. If when you're sober, it'll be a lot easier. But when you're hammered, it's great to watch. But they have bands on there. They had singers, Madonna. They had bands like Bon Jovi. They had this and that. Now, I mean, yeah, okay, fine. I'm getting old, and there's like shit on there that I'm like, who's that guy? I don't even know who the fuck. Now I know my dad goes through. You know, I mean, he's like MTV. What the hell was that shit? You know, he never liked MTV. He wants to turn it off. It's bad for you. There's something wrong with it. You know. Yeah. Now I'm thinking I'm acting like my dad. I guess I don't know. I play my music, and everybody else that's younger than me, they're like, "The fuck is this shit?" Yeah. Well, anyway, um, I am gonna get going. It is 9:53. Well, it's like 40 somewhat minutes or 50 minutes of me just blabbing about different shit. And folks, are you new to this? Like I said, this is what to expect. Um, but also I want to get some guests. Uh, whether it's I want to get celebrities, but I don't know what kind of celebrities are going to be crazy enough to hang out with me and just talk about bullshit stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of Steve-O, I know that. Uh, anybody. Listen. If there's any celebrities out there that is listening to this or just like viewing this, hey, message me. Go on X or Twitter or wherever the fuck it's called now. Um, at podcast Tattoo Squid. So it's kind of like um, what's that thing? The dyslexia. You know? And if you're on Instagram, you go to tattoosquid.podcast. Just message me on either one of those. I will talk to you. So if you're a celebrity, if you're a musician, if you're a writer, if you're a celebrity writing a book, if you are a supermodel writing a book, uh, if you are a horror enthusiast writing a book, or if you're a producer or a director, um, just give a shout. You know, I'm easy. Like listen, you want to talk, I'll talk to you. No problem. We'll bullshit. Talk about your life, talk about my life, see what kind of stuff you like, see what stuff I like. If we get coincide with the same stuff, it'll be a fun podcast. Ask anybody. I'm down talking to anybody. I talk to people that have like low connection podcast, uh, flicks and friends, which I still want to, have on the podcast, but everybody's busy. Which I understand. That is, a lot of people have their moments. They got their promotions, um, OnlyFans, but everybody have a great New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. It's gonna be 2025. Holy fuck. 2025. And we're gonna have, and I'm not political, folks, but we're gonna have this president again. What are you gonna do? But um I was gonna say live long and prosper, but no. And also my buddy Dominic, got me this nice Terrifier uh shirt. Um oh, Terrifier. I'm gonna put him in there on the but yeah. So it's a pleasure, folks. See you in the new year. 2025. Wow. And we were going crazy when it was just the 2000s coming into play. Y2J, not Y2J. Y that thing, that moment. I don't know. You know who I want to interview? Max Headroom. Imagine Max Headroom coming on here. I wish that Max Headroom can do my intro stuff. I wish, Oh well, that'd be great. All right, folks, take it easy. Um, yeah, see you on the flip side, which is in another couple hours. All right. Adios. Where is the off button on this? Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to turn off that. And, oh, there it is. Bye bye, folks.